The last election, like it or not, set in motion massive change, and you will soon feel the impact. In the first days, the Biden administration started pushing a $15 an hour minimum wage, banned fracking on federal lands, released all but the most violent immigrants held in detention, prepared massive tax increases, and unveiled a plan to take permanent political control. Worse still, they floated ideas to deprogram anyone who might oppose them. The goal is to radically change your life and to punish you if you stand in defiance. President Reagan once reminded us of the dangers of extreme liberalism in a 60 Minutes interview from 1975. Let's watch the clip.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism. And what is fascism? Fascism is private ownership, private enterprise, but total government control and regulation. Well, isn't this the liberal philosophy? The conservative, so-called, is the one that says less government, get off my back, get out of my pocket.
Guess what? It's here now. Fascism has come in the guise of liberalism. We have private enterprise like Twitter and Facebook, but they serve the government and not the people. That leaves us with two important challenges. First, we need to prepare you for the economic upheaval that is manifesting right before our eyes. That is, if you have eyes to see. Second, we need to work together to end the fascist approach and restore economic liberty. This is truly an economic war, and we will need to use economic weapons. Let's begin the first challenge by asking two simple questions. First, how do you feel? Do you think that massive change is underway? You may not. Most people think that things will get back to normal once the vaccine rollout happens. If ignorance is bliss, these people are pretty blissful. If you've come to the economic war room, my guess is that you know something is off. It's very different, and the only normal we may see is the new normal. If you're in this camp, here's my second question. Do you feel adequately prepared to deal with the massive change we're facing? I didn't think so. What I want to do right now is walk through some of the concepts you may want to consider with your investments. Keep in mind, we do not give investment advice on this show. That's because we don't know your individual situation. What you should do with your finances and investments is largely dependent on your unique situation. Are you younger? If so, you have more lifetime in which to take risks. You have lots of change ahead. What if you're older and your primary purpose is to preserve wealth? Do you have a business or work for another company? Are you married? Do you have kids? Will you inherit money? Each of these will have a major bearing on your future and thus are important considerations for defining your investment plan. Then, of course, there's your tolerance for risk and personal time horizon. So when I say that we don't give investment advice, it's with good reason. What may be right for you could be totally wrong for another viewer. And it's important that you know we don't have a crystal ball. As we've said over and over, things change and sometimes change rapidly. But what we can give you is information and interpretation as we see it at this moment in time. It'll be up to you to filter out and decide how it may uniquely impact you and what you should do about it. Most Americans will want and need advice. You probably have one or more financial advisors, and that can be a great thing. Those advisors can match your situation, your personality, and the facts on the ground to provide professional, tailored advice. And that's what people really need if they're going to survive this turmoil.